All right, let's do a sports card show. Take two. So big news, obviously, would be shirt I am wearing. I'm back in the good graces with the Bowie Bay Sox. We'll grant him the Chesapeake Bay Sox. Don't want to get into too much detail, but I will be back this season, getting my 20-game plan, which is going to make me pretty busy. I've got 10 with the Keys already, 20 with the Bay Sox, season tickets with the Crop Dusters, which is going to be like another 20 or so games. It's not even counting the college season, which I'll be pretty busy with, and MLB. Although I thought MLB was in trouble a year ago, before the Dodgers won it all over again, and you would have to think they're favorites to do it again next year. Baseball is a sort of game you can watch when your team doesn't win. But it's a lot better when you do. And one of the better things about, all right, so my team is not going to win, but am I having fun? Maybe. What's costing me? Because if I'm paying a ton of money, then winning's a lot more important. So if it's $30 to park and $30 for a not even great seat, $50 for a decent seat, $30 to park, that's a lot. And it's nice if you get to know the players, but bigger leagues, you're just not as likely to really get to know them. And in trying to win, you shuffle your lineup so much that you don't keep Cedric Mullins or Santander and people who maybe you can get someone slightly better for, but at what cost? Like the cost of fan favorite players heading out the door. So, I don't know. Like, if I had players who stayed with the team long term that I liked, it's a lot easier to stomach losing. If I had a team where it's a good enough team, and I can go to the ballpark any given series and see my favorite players from my team and players that I follow from the other teams, and it doesn't cost me a ton to sit in the upper deck and park somewhere safe, then that's cool. I can do that. What I don't like doing is paying a ton and then losing, and then you keep shuffling your players in hopes that you're going to win, and it's just a couple teams that are running away with it because that's just what they're going to do. So I don't know. So I'll definitely have my fun at minor league teams and college teams. We'll see what comes of pros, but I'm pretty busy now. I'm missing the wrestling again tonight. I've been doing a lot lately. I haven't done any wrestling, any volleyball. Missed that season. So tomorrow, we've got Spurs in the morning. Go off to the pub and watch that game. West Ham. And then in the afternoon, it's UMBC, women's team, Binghamton, I think, New York team, and Teacher Appreciation Day. Oh man, they had a midday madness yesterday, and I can't go because it's in the middle of the school day. But had I been able to go, would have gotten an upgrade to the good seats. Not the good seats. My seat was great. An upgrade to the even better seats. Still debating what I want to do next year. Got a lot of season left to make up in my mind on that. I did see the Baltimore Rhythm announced their location. It's actually two. So we're playing at Goucher near Towson, and they're going to be playing like near Bel Air, Hartford Community College, I think. So neither location ideal for me. Closer than going to the Capital Seahawks. Closer than Frederick Flying Cows. So we'll see. With all the basketball I'm doing for college, maybe we just don't. I only went to a little bit, but really been enjoying my basketball experience this year with UMBC, and I'm going to a lot more of those games, so that just might be it. We've got a circuit breaker, Devontae Walker. So Harbaugh is off to Giants. That's good for him, I guess. I wonder who we would get back here in Baltimore. Like, I saw a lot of our interviews were with other coaches who had also gotten fired for having way worse seasons. Oh, get Tomlin. That would be just hilarious. But, like, aside from Harbaugh, he's got that track record of success, even though wasn't quite hitting expectations. Spurs are the closest. What do we got here? What do we got here? Closest soccer team I've been following. Speaking of the Dodgers. There's pressure on Mr. Frank. I don't know how I feel about that. He's not been there that long. It's not like he's been doing that much worse than Pascaglou. It's weird. Maybe a bunch of random players. Oh, you know what? No, I just got a couple of random cards that I definitely didn't put in for. That's Bowman, so they just, I don't know what they did with that. We were getting the Cubs holiday set. I got one more holiday set to go through. We're going to be cutting the Facebook show at some point soon, as we are bringing less cards in. We'll keep YouTube. Not that either show gets a lot of viewers, but Facebook deletes your shows fairly quickly. And YouTube keeps better record of what I've done. So we'll do that. And I don't know, we'll mess with the timeline of it. All right. I don't know what I want to do. Go back to the Mojo. And once we sort of semi-officially combine the shows, we'll also combine the concepts. And there'll be a little bit of sealed wax and a little bit of Other stuff, first looks, last looks. All right. I see some ice. Now, as a look at my hockey schedule, the college teams just don't play a ton during the break between semesters. Excuse me. The Bears only really get to see them maybe every 2 weeks. This is all stuff we've seen, except we've got a purple Ovi. You got a couple of top loaders in here. Let's have a look. All right. So Sub-Zero Ovi. It's purple. Non-numbered. It's an emerald green Ovi. Articulates. Tom Wilson. And a couple of University of Maryland cards in here. One's enjoying his bone. A couple of Sean Harris Smiths. Non-numbered, best of 24-25. And a numbered to 250. Okay. So I want to do some soccer. Let's go in this direction. So I've been sitting on this one here for longer. Bag and bag. Bag and bag. That one felt heavy. All right, we'll save the heaviest guy for last. Oh, that one looks heavy too. All right. See how we did. We have a pristine Norway. I don't even remember what break this was. But I got Norway. Must have been a random team. I think I do remember this. I got, yeah, I did. I did a random team, and I got like France and Norway in the same break. So let's see. Yeah, here's France. Pristines are just nice looking cards too. We got some French players. There we go. Got Zidane. Okay, what are you? Christine Borders. Another Zadine. What are you? Special in some way. Okay. And then one last little thing here with another encased card. Maybe two. We've got encased Zadine. There you go. Big hit for France. And a second encased. Christine Prodigy for France. There we go. All right. Maybe we'll wrap up with this guy. Unknown from North of 7. All right, looks like pro debut. And I don't think I've had much of a look at the pro debut yet. So we've got Ethan Anderson, who was with the Ironbirds last year. Ironbirds essentially became Frederick. Maybe he'll be at Bowie. Griffo Farrell, who was with the Ironbirds last year. So again, if he's not promoted, he'll be in Frederick. If he is, he'll be in Bowie. We've got Matt Shaw, who of course debuted last year. Ryan Stafford, Ironbirds. Where were you? Drafted, Seaver King. Fredericksburg Nationals. More Seaver King. More Seaver King. So this must have been a player break. League Elites. All right, it looks like maybe one top loader here. No, maybe two. We'll wrap it up right here. Take a look at them together. I have two cards in my hand. Oop. Numbered. Ethan Anderson to 199. And another Ethan Anderson. Oh, with an auto. There you go. I don't really make it a goal to get on camera, but the odds of me being in the background of some random baseball card are not 0. And I would bet at like Bowie or Frederick, I could pick my seat carefully enough to increase the likelihood if that's what I really wanted to do, which is not. But I generally prefer to be on the third base side. Which generally is where the camera is. I do like being up front, but generally not an angle where I would end up on camera. That is silly. All right, 6 o'clock, off to the gym. Tottenham, UMBC women basketball tomorrow. And probably not much the rest of the weekend. Take a couple relaxing days and then get back into things. All right, see you guys.